Misses inside, 2 balls and 1 strike right now. 2-1 is the count. By the way, folks, if you are live on YouTube, we are also live on Instagram. Here's the pitch net. That's going to be foul tipped. 2-2. 2-2 is the count, folks. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Grounded. The third base is there, but they're going to call it a safe at first. It's going to be an infield single for Team Mexico. The third baseman for the Brampton Royals was playing really deep, so by the time that ball got there and he had to make the throw, there was not much he was going to be able to do there. Coming up to bat now for Team Mexico, number 66, Perez. First pitch, that ball's hit well to right field, and it's going to drop in front of the right fielder. The throw to second. He's going to be out at second base. What a throw. The outfielder, it dropped right in front of him, and he makes a strike to second base to get the force out. The runner at first base for Mexico, they stood so close to the base that in that play, they needed to be able to go more off of the bag in case the ball dropped. So, not the best base running there. That's going to miss high. 1 ball and no strikes to start off the inning, or to start off this at-bat right now. 1-0 right now. This is an important game in group play. Two balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to miss. 3 balls and no strikes. And as I was mentioning, this is a really important game. Team Mexico, they won their first 2 games, but they lost in heartbreaking fashion their 3rd game of the tournament to Team Canada. It was a walk-off for Canada. Mexico needs a win in this game to have a shot for the semifinals. If Mexico loses this game, it's going to become very difficult for them to be able to advance. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Inside, 4 straight balls. And now Mexico has runners at first and second with only 1 out in the 2nd inning. Coming up to bat now for Mexico is Edwin Cedillo, que está bateando ahora por el equipo de México. Edwin Cedillo, el primer pitch, y le dio pelotazo, y ahora tenemos los bases llenas por México. Bases loaded now for Team Mexico. Bases loaded. Bases are loaded, and we're going to have a mound visit right now to be able to talk with his pitcher from the Brampton Royals. All right. First pitch of the at-bat is a strike. El umpire cantó el primer pitch, un strike. Tiene Mulgado de México, que está bateando ahora número 44. 0-1. Hit hard. It's going to get by the second baseman. 1 run is in. 2 runs are going to score. And maybe a play at second. And no. A 2 RBI hit for Mexico. And now Mexico has themselves a 2-1 lead. And folks, we are in rainy conditions now. It's raining a lot. The rain is not bad enough to stop the game, of course, and we're playing on a turf field, so that helps out a lot. But it makes it tougher. So it makes it that players have to secure their work more. They have to make sure that they get a good grip on the ball. First pitch is going to be in there. Strike one. No balls and one strike right now. We have Rodrigo Vargas, 29, que está bateando ahora. Rodrigo Vargas, number 29, is batting now for Team Mexico. Here's the 0-1 to him. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Quickly up in the count. And the passion that we are able to see from both of these teams. It's raining. It's a little chilly here in Canada as well. But this is not stopping nobody. Strike three. That is going to be the second out of the inning. And the Brampton Royals are 1 out away from getting out of trouble. Runners at second and third. Right now, 2 outs in the inning, in the top of the second inning. When a team is, let me tell you after this pitch, that's going to be a strike. 4 straight strikes from the pitcher from the Brampton Royals, Moore. When a team is home and away in these tournaments, being the home team is a huge advantage. And that's going to be a foul ball, 5 straight strikes from Moore from the Brampton Royals. He needs 1 more strike to get out of this inning. 1 more strike. He needs 1 more. Misses just outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 is the count right now. 1-2, folks. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mexico needs a big hit to get that run at third and second in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. What a job by Moore. 6 strikes in a row to strike out the next 2 batters. And that is the ending of the inning. We are going now to the bottom of the second inning. Team Mexico has now a 2-1 lead. All right, folks, we are just about back now and getting ready for the second inning, the bottom of the second inning. And we have the Brampton Royals and Team Mexico. Here's the pitch coming up right now. Here it is. That is going to be a strike. No balls and 1 strike. No balls and 1 strike right now. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Hit well, but no. Actually, that is gonna go foul, and I think it just hit a car. 0-2 is the count. Again, folks, is a lot of rain here in Canada. A lot of rain. Here's the 0-2. Misses high. 1-2, and I want to give a special thank you to all of you for being part of this live stream. The Warg Bev International Tournament for the first time ever in Canada. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The World Organization of Baseball Events 2026 here in Canada, Brampton, Canada. Brampton is a city in Canada. Ontario is the province, the equivalent of a state. And Canada, of course, is the country. The 2-2 pitch is coming up right now. Here's the pitch. Misses. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I can imagine for the pitchers in this game, the pitchers having to throw with a baseball that is soaked because it's raining a lot and it's not easy. These are conditions that baseball players are used to practicing in, but it's never an easy thing. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3. And one thing that's going to have to happen is that both of the teams are going to have to be aggressive because it's raining a lot. It's raining a lot, and the umpires, they are going to have to do the absolute best that they can to keep the game going. They cannot be, trying to make the game take long because you want to play the game. So the hitters are going to have to be aggressive. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. We have batting now for Brampton, Paras Denoa. Paras Denoa's batting now for the Brampton Royals. Here's the pitch coming up right now. The 0-1 pitch. And that's going to miss low. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 is the count right now. We are having, folks, a lot of rain in Canada. We are hoping that we're going to be able to play all the games. We have 5 games scheduled for today. This is the first game we have today. Let's see if we're going to be able to play the others. Here's the pitch. Hit well. But that is going to go well foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes right now. Y ¿quién está pichando por el equipo de México? Y tenemos, déjame ver aquí. Here's a pitch from Mexico. That's going to miss outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 is the count. Baseball's really getting wet and heavy. We have Nieco pitching for Team Mexico. Miguel Nieco. Here's the pitch coming up right now. 2-2. Hit in the air. First baseman's there. He's going to make the play. That is going to be the second out of the inning. We have 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Coming up to bat now for the Brampton Royals, it is going to be Isaac Aponte. Here's the pitch. Fue un toque, mas eso fue foul. A bunt, but it went foul. Oh, 1 pitch is coming up. The 0-1 pitch. Here's the 0-1 pitch coming up right now. That's going to miss high. You can see the third baseman for Mexico really playing in. El tercera base por México está jugando muy adentro porque ellos están creyendo que vas a tener un toque ahora. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Isaac. Hit in the air, but that's going to go back, and that is going to be a foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Eso fue un batazo foul que está pichando por el equipo de México, Nieco, número 17, y que está bateando ahora por el equipo de Brampton, Aponte, Isaac Aponte. Here's the pitch coming up right now. Fouled back just to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 and 2 is the count. Just able to stay alive there. 1 and 2. Here is the pitch coming up to Isaac. Nieco shaking off his catcher because he wants to change it up. So we have a sign coming up from one of the coaches now. Coaching is extremely important in tournaments like this. Here's the 1-2, and that's going to miss outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strategy, how you're going to play the game, playing the game smart. The coaching, it is extremely important in a game like this because you want to get through the finish line. You want to be able to get through a game like this. Here's the pitch coming up, 2-2. Inside, a really good at-bat right now from Isaac. Isaac is really having a good at-bat right now. Let's see if he can get on base, but nope, he's going to strike out. End of the inning. A scoreless inning. We are going now to the 3rd inning with Team Mexico still leading 2-1. 2-1 as we are going now to the 3rd inning. All right, folks, we are just about to get started in the 3rd inning. Just about to get started in the 3rd inning right now. The 2-1 lead for Team Mexico. Team Mexico has the victory right now. All right, folks, we have batting now for Mexico. Fabian Gomes, and the first pitch he's going to take, it is going to be a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch coming up right now. That's going to be outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 is the count. One ball and 1 strike right now. Here's the pitch. Misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike right now. 2-1 is the count. 2-1 is the count right now. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's the count right now. Let's see if they can get this out here. Here's the 2-2. Misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. 3-2. We're going to have timeout now from the catcher to talk to his pitcher from the Brampton Royals. Here's the 3-2 pitch coming up. Hit over the second baseman's head, all the way to the wall, not to the wall. He's trying to go to second. Here's the throw. He is going to be safe at second base. A leadoff double for Team Mexico. That ball was hit well, but what a job by the right fielder to get it in quickly. The throw was just a little bit high. Just a little high. But you gotta applaud the aggressiveness from Team Mexico. They could have settled for a single, but they went for the double. Here's the showing of the bunt. It gets by the catcher. The throw, no throw. The runner's gonna advance to third base. And now Team Mexico's trying to get another run, the 3rd run of this game. Can they do it? 1 ball and no strikes right now. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch coming up right now. 1-0. It's going to miss just a little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes right now. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes right now. Here's the pitch coming up right now. Strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's a really good pitch there. Papoda's pitching for Team Brampton Royals now. That's going to be fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes right now. 2-2 is the count. 2-2 is the count. 2-2, folks. Again, this is a major game. Mexico, they need to win this game. It's an important game. That's going to miss low, 3-2. And this is Mexico's final game of group play. Mexico played in their first game, which happened on Thursday. They played Team India, and they got a victory. And that's going to be ball 4. So now Mexico has runners at first and third, no outs. Mexico played their first game Thursday. They won. They defeated India. Friday, day 2, they defeated the USA. Day 3, Mexico lost a tough one to Canada. Canada walked it off. And today, Sunday, is Mexico's fourth game. Today is Mexico's fourth game. And Mexico, they need this win. This game is extremely important for Mexico to try to make it to the semifinals. So they understand the importance. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. There's going to be no throw to second, so that's going to be a stolen base. No balls and one strike. And folks, pending weather, of course, we are going to be having 4 more games today after this game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Projected, again, pending weather, Canada versus the USA after this game. The Dominican Republic versus Aruba after this game. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. A massive strikeout there for Brampton. They get the first out of the inning. And coming up to bat now for Team Mexico, it is going to be right now Jorge Castillo. Here's the first pitch coming up right now. Misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. So that would be the third game, the Dominican Republic versus Aruba. The fourth game would be the Philippines versus the Dominican Republic. Here's the pitch. Grounded. Second baseman. He's going to come home. And they're going to get no outs nowhere. And it is going to be another run for Team Mexico. That right there is where communication is so important for a team. En momentos así, eso es a donde el comunicación es muy importante, porque él no tenía una jugada a home, no tenía. Y ya robó segundo base de nuevo. Él no tenía un jugada en segunda en home. Él debería tirar a primera, más eso ahí donde la comunicación es muy importante. I was mentioning in Spanish that's where a play like that is where communication for a team is so important. He wasn't playing in. If he was playing in, the second baseman could have went home, but he was playing back. The ball was hit too soft. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. He was playing back, and the ball was hit too soft. It was almost no chance to get an out at home. The play was at first, and they get no outs. And now Mexico has second and third. Here's the pitch coming up right now. It's foul tipped. 2-2 right now. 2-2 is the count. So 3 p.m. the plan, if weather permits, the Philippines is going to be playing the Dominican Republic. And then Brampton is going to be playing India. That is going to miss. 3-2 is the count. Traído. Foul to stay alive. The pitch. Hit hard, and it gets by the shortstop. 1 run is going to be in for Mexico. 2 runs are going to be in. A 2 RBI single. And now Mexico has a 5-1 lead. Is now a 5-1 game. We still only have 1 out in the inning. Only 1 out. Here's the pitch coming up. Fouled away. Just a little bit late on that. That is going to be strike one. Strike one in this at bat right now. Here's the pitch coming up right now. Swing and a miss. 0 and 2. 0 and 2 is the count right now, folks. 0 and 2. The Brampton Royals need an out here massively. Yesterday, Saturday, day 3 of the tournament, we saw it was the day of comebacks. So a team is never out of a game. Here's the pitch coming up now, 0-2. Popped in the air. Is that going to get out of play? No, the right fielder's there. Right fielder's going to make the play. Nice play by the right fielder. That ball traveled more than I thought. And that's going to be the second out of the inning. The next pitch is coming up right now. Here it is. Misses low. Good job by the catcher to keep it in front. 1 ball and no strikes. One ball and no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch coming up. Misses high. 2-0 to start off this count right now. 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes right now. Saliendo. 0-2 count, folks. That just misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just gonna miss outside. Mexico now has themselves a 6-1 lead. Mexico trailed early 1-0. And now they've scored 6 unanswered. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That is going to be the ending of the inning. Brampton gets out of it. We are going now to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Let's see if the Brampton Royals can get back in this game. All right, folks, we are back. The bottom of the third inning. The bottom of the third inning, 6-1 is the score. Team Mexico is winning. 6-1 ahora. Y eso fue un batazo a right field. Y eso va a ser un single para comenzar el inning para el Brampton Royals. A single to lead off the inning for the Brampton Royals. It's a 6-1 game. As I mentioned, no game is ever over. No game is ever over. That was way high. 1-1 right now. 1-1 is the count. Look, folks, so I want to take this moment. We're in the bottom of the third. We are with now the president of Warg Bev Canada. Very special guest. And Wellington Francisco is here. How are you, Wellington?
All good, Sammy. All good. Just watching this amazing tournament these days. Even that today is a little raining, but God's plan is perfect. So He had us here today.
Definitely. And I don't want to take much of your time. I know you're really busy. You're the organizer of this tournament. And what does it mean that you're from the Dominican Republic? That's correct?
Yes, it's correct.
So you're in Canada today and you are hosting this international tournament. What does that mean for you?
That means a lot of hard work. Sorry. Um, and at the same time, made me feel proud because as I coming from another country and started having my life with my family here in Canada, and the people opened me the door to do the sport that I love here, so it made me feel amazing.
So I remember the other day, and that's going to be ball four, so Brampton's going to have the first two on. I heard you say that it's a dream come true when you were with the mayor, when you were in the opening ceremony. Now, why baseball? What made you fall in love with the game of baseball?
Where I started playing baseball when I was around 5, 6 years old, and then since I've been coaching for 25 years so far, and this is the game that I love. Starting with my grandparents, watching him watch baseball on TV, and before that, even just listen the game in radio. So, baseball is passion. Baseball is culture in Dominican Republic. That's where I'm from, and this is a sport that make you feel a lot of emotions.
Ok, so también tenemos una comunidad en español, so yo voy a hacer una pregunta en español, so para ellos pueden entender. Yo estoy aquí ahora con el presidente de World Bev Canada, el presidente de World Bev Canada, Wellington, y él es de República Dominicana y tiene un batazo ahora a right field y un corredor va a centrar. Creo que dos va a centrar y 2 RBI double. So ahora 6-3. So Wellington, por favor, tú habló su experiencia para organizar este torneo en inglés. ¿Cómo es la experiencia de venir de República Dominicana y ahora está en Canadá transformando la vida de los muchachos, los jugadores aquí?
No, muy contento con el resultado obtenido hasta ahora. Agradecido con la ciudad de Brampton y en Canadá en general por abrirme la puerta hace 10 años cuando yo llegué a este país. Y hoy en día estar realizando un torneo internacional como lo que yo participaba cuando estaba en República Dominicana me hace sentir orgulloso, feliz. Ha sido mucho trabajo, hay mucha gente involucrada a la cual le quiero agradecer por su dedicación y su trabajo y siempre decirme que sí en los momentos que lo he requerido y lo he necesitado.
Entonces, su trabajo es algo que puede cambiar la vida de otros y que está cambiando la vida de otros. Yo quiero dejar el micrófono abierto, porfa, si quiere hacer un shout out o quiere reconocer a alguien, por favor, Wellington, es con usted.
No, agradecer a todas las personas que nos están apoyando vía YouTube, a las personas que se están dando cita al parque, a los padres por creer en este proyecto y viajar desde otros países, a mi esposa y a mi hija, agradecerle y pedirle perdón a la vez por yo quitarle tanto tiempo de mí hacia ellas y por siempre estar ahí apoyándome en todos los planes locos que yo hago durante el año, porque vuelve hace 9 torneos internacionales en el año y siempre vivamos viajando a diferentes países. A la comunidad de DCBC estaremos abiertos en la próxima semana cuando el torneo termine, los tryouts siguen abiertos para los niños que quieren ingresar a nuestra liga, que es Dominican Canada Baseball Corporation, DCBC, y los DCBC Panthers. Estamos en el 3640 Western Road, 3640 Western Road, that is the address for the business. So if you want private training, if you want go to one of our camp, if you have a team and you just want to rent the facility, we our coaches, we open to do all that. So las personas en español que hablan español que viven en Canadá, nuestro negocio está abierto para los tryouts, los campamentos, si quieren utilizar, mandar sus niños, la práctica privada, si son propietarios de equipos, también entrenamos equipos con nuestros entrenadores y que sigan disfrutando el evento. Esperando en Dios que el agua pase y que podamos terminar la jornada de hoy. Pero hasta el momento todo está yendo bien y los niños están disfrutando, que es lo más importante. Gracias, Sammy.
El presidente de World Bev Canada, DCBC, muchas gracias por su tiempo, Wellington. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. So Brampton had a rally going where they still do. They had got 2 runs across. It's a 6-3 game now, but they had a runner at second base with no outs. They haven't been able to get any. They haven't been able to put the ball in play. 2 straight strikeouts. So yeah, folks, we were just interviewing the president of WargBev Canada, and it's for all of you to understand that if you have a dream, don't give up on that dream. Si tú tienes un sueño, no desiste. Lucha por sus sueños. Fight for your dreams. You heard it there. If it wasn't for having a dream, we wouldn't be here. And it's amazing that these kids are able to, you know, watch their games afterwards. They can go home after and watch their game, see what they did wrong, what they did right. They can watch the energy. It's gonna what this means is incredible, and it's like the slogan from WargBev, transforming lives with baseball. Here's the pitch, misses outside, and that is gonna be ball 4. So Brampton is gonna bring the tying run to bat now. WargBev Canada, transformando vidas con baseball. We have another good game, folks. Bottom of the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, but it gets by the catcher, and both base runners are gonna advance. So, folks, a base hit right here, and Brampton's right back in this game, folks. A base hit right here, and Brampton will be right back in the game. Let's see if they could get this base hit. Here's the 0-1 pitch coming up. Hit to left field. Nobody's going to get that. Hits off of the gate. 1 run's in. 2 runs are in. A 2 RBI double. And now Brampton is 1 run away from tying the game. They came into this inning trailing 6-1, but they don't give up. And as I mentioned, and coming up to bat now, who hit the double was Mateo Batista. Batting now is Arvin Moore. Arvin Moore. As I spoke a few moments ago, it was a 6-1 lead for Mexico. The Brampton Royals will hit last in this game. And when you could be the home team, it's a huge, huge momentum swing for that team. And that's going to be a ball inside, because if they can stay close, they trust that their lineup can be able to do the job. So 1-0, Brampton's in it. Let's see if Moore can come through for the Royals. Swing and a miss, a little late, and he fouls it. 1 ball and 1 strike right now. Folks, we want to give a special thank you to our sponsors. Many people that are helping this event to be possible. We want to give a special thank you to all of our sponsors, because tipped back, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mexico is a strike away from getting out of this inning. Again, folks, it is raining very hard right now. We are on a turf field, but there's not much signs of the game stopping, but it's not easy to play in these conditions. I will say that. But hey, we have 5 games scheduled for today. 5 games. Let's see how this is going to work out. Here's the 1-2 pitch coming up. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes right now. 2-2. That run at second base, Mateo Batista, that's a big run there for the Brampton Royals. If they can get that run in, we're going to have ourselves a tie game. Let's see if they can do it. It's a 2-2 count. Here's Moore. hit hard, but it's gonna go well foul. 2-2. We're still at that count. Moore is the type of hitter. He was pitching earlier and he pitched phenomenal. He's the type of hitter if he can get how can I say, if he can put a charge into one, he's gonna have an opportunity to really, really give the Royals a lead, and that's gonna be a 3-2 count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. What a job by Moore to battle in this at bat. What a job by him. What a job. It's a 3 balls and 2 strikes count, folks. 3-2 is the count. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Strike three. That is the ending of the inning, and Mexico still has a lead. 6-5. Team Mexico is leading this ball game. All right, folks, we are back right now. Brampton Royals get a little closer. It's 6-5. Here's Mexico batting. First pitch of the inning is gonna be in there. Strike one, Mulgado, número 44, que bateando ahora. Y él está muy cerca al home plate. He's very close to home plate. Here's the pitch. Strike two. 0-2. Folks, we want to give a special thank you to our sponsors. Car and Truck City Car and Truck Rentals misses outside 1-1. City Car and Truck Rentals, J. Minietti Travel and Consulting. The Rebuild Kings, www.rebuildkings.ca. Aeropole Aviation Services Corp. Also, Experience Brampton. Plata Gold Corp. That's going to be a grounder to the second base, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. Plato Gold Corp, Zorzitech, and also Firehouse Subs. A special thank you to all of you for making this 2026 Warg Bev International Tournament, this baseball classic, making it to be possible. Here's the pitch right now. Misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes right now. Folks, again, how does this tournament work? We have 2 groups, Group A and Group B. How out of the 10 teams, because there's 5 teams in each group. Here's the pitch. Grounded, third baseman comes in, makes the throw, and he is going to be out at first base. What a play by Isaac Aponte, the third baseman for the Brampton Royals. So there's 2 away in the inning. Group A, Group B. Out of the 5 teams in each group, the first and second place of each of these respective teams will advance to the semifinals, which will happen Wednesday. First pitch is going to be way high and inside, 1 ball, no strike. So for Mexico, I've mentioned this game is extremely important if they want to advance to the semifinals, and for the Brampton Royals as well, because Brampton Royals, they are 1-0 right now. Mexico's 2-1. Here's the pitch. Misses low, 2-2. ¿Cómo este torneo funciona? Tenemos dos grupos. Grupo A y Grupo B. Y en cada grupo tiene 5 equipos. Here's the pitch. 3-0 ahora. Y con estos 5 equipos en cada grupo, el primer y el segundo lugar en cada grupo es que van a pasar por los semifinales que vas a comenzar el miércoles. Y 4-0. Runner at first base now. Eso fue base por bola. México tiene un corredor en primera. So, el juego que está pasando ahora es muy importante por el equipo de México. Cada equipo está jugando 4 juegos en round robin en cada grupo. Y México ahora ganó 2, perdió 1. Si ellos ganan este juego, entonces ellos tienen una oportunidad fuerte para llegar para los finales o semifinales. Mas si ellos pierden este juego, va a ser difícil para ellos pasar. Porque Brampton, si ellos ganan, ellos van a ser ganó 2 juegos y no perdió. Here's the pitch now. Misses, 2 balls and no strikes. So this is a really important game for both of these teams, and the conditions of rain make it hard, but it's baseball. Baseball being played in the rain is not something foreign. It happens. Here's the 2-0. Strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 is the count right now. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1. Here's the pitch right now. Swing and a miss. Is going to get by the catcher. So the runner's going to be able to advance. The runner can advance. But now it's a 2-2 count. 2 balls and 2 strikes right now. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch right now. Here it is. Grounded, but that's going to go foul. Eso fue un batazo más foul. 2-2 right now. 2 balls and 2 strikes right now. Dos bolas y dos strikes ahora. 2-2. Here's the next pitch. No, we're going to have timeout there from the batter from Team Mexico. The next pitch is coming up right now. Here's the pitch. Just misses outside. It's a full count right now. 3 balls and 2 strikes right now. 3-2. 3-2. 3-2, folks. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Hit to right. Oh, what a play by the first baseman. More, number 99, more. What a play to end the 4th inning. It's still a 1-run game. Brampton has a chance to walk it off. So it's a 6-5 game, folks. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, this game is extremely important for both of these teams. Mexico, this is their last game of group play. If they win, they will be 3-1. If they lose, Mexico will be 2-2. If Brampton wins, they will move to 2-0. If Brampton loses, they will move to 1-1. So this is absolutely a massive inning coming up right now. Here's the first pitch of the inning. In there, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike right now. No balls and 1 strike right now. Here's the 0-1 pitch coming up now. Strike 2. He doesn't like the calls, but he's going to have to be aggressive now. And he's going to have to protect the plate. He cannot look at 3 straight strikes. And they're setting up really far outside. Here's the pitch. Grounded. That is going to go to the second baseman. He makes the play. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. 1 away. And the Mexican fans are starting to feel, they're starting to feel like this game is theirs. Let's see if they can finish off the game. First pitch is going to miss low, 1 ball and no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 is the count right now, folks. 1-0. Oh my goodness. That was an absolute huge break. Brampton Royals hit a double, but they tried to stretch it to third. Mexico had a great relay, but on the throw to third, the third baseman dropped it, and a for sure out turns into Mexico, or Brampton has a runner at third, the tying run. Here's the first pitch. Strike one. That run at third base is absolutely massive. As you can see, the infield for Mexico, they're playing in a soft ground ball. You got to think that they're sending them home. Here's the pitch. Misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pressure is mounting, folks. The pressure, it is mounting. What a comeback this would be for Brampton if they could win this. Here's the pitch. Misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yesterday, we saw the Philippines trail 7-1 and come back. The Brampton Royals grounded, and it's hit to the shortstop, and they're going to throw it back to third. He's safe at third. Oh, my goodness. So it's going to be an infield single. I am extremely surprised that the third baseman, I am stunned that the third base runner didn't just go home on contact, but also the shortstop, he had the out at first. There was no need to throw. And, folks, we're going to have a mound visit now because, look, folks, Mexico, they need to get out of this inning. If they don't get out of this inning with a lead, they could be in a big, big problem. The Brampton Royals were trailing 6-1. 6-1, the Brampton Royals. The Brampton Royals were trailing 6-1. And now it is 6-5. They have runners at first and third. And there's a timeout, as I said, because, can I be honest? I think the runner at first base, without a doubt, they're going to steal. And I think 100%. Don't be surprised, folks, if they put a squeeze bunt. Isaac Aponte is batting now. Don't be surprised if there's a bunt. But there's a runner at first base. So this is an interesting part of this game right here, folks. A massive part. Massive part right now. Here's the pitch coming up right now. In their strike. They're going to steal. They're going to throw to second. And he's going to be safe at second. And he's going to steal both bases. Oh, my goodness. Mexico decided to throw to second. And they don't get the out at second. And then Brampton steal home. And we have a tie game. That right there. Wow. I am stunned with that decision to throw to second base. Because you don't get the out at second. And then the run scores. And now that run at second base We have timeout from the coach now. That run at second base, that's the lead run right there. If that run comes in, the Brampton Royals will be up right now in this game. Incredible. Isaac Aponte, he's batting now for team the Brampton Royals. Let's see if he can come through in this moment where his team needs him. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt. Gets it down. And that's going to go foul. That was a really good attempt, but it was foul. It was foul. Oh and 2 is the count. No balls and 2 strikes to Isaac. He's really standing off the plate. They're setting up outside. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. That was a massive strikeout right there. We have a 6-6 game. And coming up to bat now for the Brampton Royals is Cade. 2 outs, folks. Here's the pitch. Hit to center field. It's going to drop. It gets by the center fielder. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be an RBI single. And now the Brampton Royals lead it 7-6. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe what we are seeing right now. I cannot believe another comeback. Another comeback. Here's the pitch. Misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, folks, the Brampton Royals trailed this game 6-1. And they now lead 7-6. This is unbelievable what we're seeing. Here's the pitch. That's going to miss high. 2 balls and no strikes. Brampton does have a runner at second base right now, and that run at second base, that's an important base runner right there. Really important base runner. 2-0. Strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike right now. What a game this is. And mira, como yo hablé, ese juego es muy importante. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Here's the pitch now. It's going to be a foul ball as a bunt was on for Team Mexico. Look, folks, this could be the last inning, folks. If Mexico does not score here, the Brampton Royals are going to win this baseball game. So this is it, folks. And that would put Canada with a 2-0 record. If Mexico loses this, the Brampton Royals would be 2-0. And Canada would also be 2-0. And I believe that would eliminate Mexico, folks. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Shows bunt again. And that's going to be a strike. 0-2. So 2 huge strikes to start off the inning. And again, folks, this is everything. This is everything here, folks. This is everything. Here's the pitch. Misses low. 1 ball and 2 strikes right now. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is absolutely massive, the stakes in this game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses outside. 2-2. So now it's a 2-2 count. 2-2 count. 2-2. And these young athletes, have been going through a lot playing in hard rain. Here's a 2-2. Ooh, misses. 3-2. 3-2. Three-two pitch. Hit to shortstop, and he's going to make the play. 1 away to start off the inning. 1 out in the inning. Folks, this is Mexico's down to their final 2 outs, folks. Mexico is down to the final 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Batting now for Mexico, Nieto. The 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Inside. Almost hit him. Misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mexico needs a base runner. They need somebody to reach. They need something big to happen to get themselves back. Misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 is the count right now. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike right now. 2 balls and 1 strike. This is a massive game again, folks. Massive game. 2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. And it is now a 2-2 pitch. 2-2 pitch right now. 2-2. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, folks. This is not easy to be playing a baseball game in this state. Hit to left field. Oh, my goodness. What a play by the left fielder. What a play. And now Mexico is down to their final out of the game. Who's coming up to bat now for Mexico? It is Jorge Castillo. They need Jorge to get on base now. Here's the pitch coming up now. Hit, and that's going to go foul. No balls and 1 strike. The pressure is on Mexico right now because they're down to their last out, folks. And again, Mexico loses this game. It's highly likely they are going to be eliminated from advancing to the next round. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. He gets it, makes the throw, and that is gonna do it. Unbelievable. The last 4 games that we've had, 3 comebacks.